So another factor to think about with lithium ion batteries is portable mobility devices like small scooters. I actually saw a video the other day where they had a scooter in a bedroom, and this battery may be no larger than maybe 8 by 8, 10 by 10, something along those lines. It's a small lithium ion battery. In this scooter was parked in the bedroom right next to the bedroom door where you would escape a fire. In this particular instance, they overcharged the battery on this scooter and it went into thermal runaway. And in just a short period of time, this thing started to off gas tremendously. The bedroom temperature at the time was showing on the temperature gauge at about 52 degrees. And as it went into thermal runaway and started expelling the gas from this battery, it caught fire, and the bedroom temperature went from 52 degrees to over 1100 degrees in the matter of seconds. Now, the hazard associated with this is you're normally not going to go out the bedroom window or anything like that when something like this happens. You're going to try to go back through the door. But with that portable mobility device parked right there, charging right next to the bedroom door, you have actually cut off your means of escape. This thing went into thermal runaway and caught on fire and overpressured the bedroom so fast. The temperatures went from 52 to 1100 degrees, like I mentioned earlier, but it also overpressured the room and blew the windows out of this bedroom as well. Again, these are hazards that people just don't really understand. What happens a lot of times is people will buy these devices and the batteries will start running down. They'll start losing power more quickly and they'll want to replace the battery with a new one. But they check to see what the manufacturer is charging for these batteries, and they're generally quite expensive. So people will take a shortcut, and just like we all do, we want to get something cheaper that works just as well. And what happens in this instance, we'll buy these batteries off of Amazon or some other place where we can get them at a cheaper price, but they're not always compatible with the charging system that comes with those scooters or whatever they're using to charge that battery. And so what happens, these things are incompatible and they don't have a battery management system that allows that battery to be overcharged. And when they are overcharged, that's a great recipe for thermal runaway with these batteries. If they go into a state of overcharge, it melts what we call the separator in these batteries. The anode and the cathode come together, and then the next thing you know, you have this massive off-gassing event that is happening in the room, and then shortly after that, ignition of those gases, and then your means of escape, trying to get away from the fire, is cut off. People need to take a little bit of time to understand what they're getting themselves into when they buy a cheaper battery. They need to understand they either need to have a compatible system for charging that battery or get a battery that's compatible with the system that came with that device when it was purchased originally. Doing those things are going to help you to be able to manage those batteries safely. And again, don't put those batteries in a room where you're sleeping or someplace like that, and it cuts off your means of escape. Those are things that where, as a firefighter, I look at, I'm going to take those batteries outside, put them outside the structure and try to charge them. That's not always easy when you're living in an apartment complex or something like that. But work with the folks there to get a safe place to do that, where it does not cut off your means of egress trying to get away in the event that you do have a fire in the place where you live.